Well, good midday to you, one and all. We are grateful to God for you being here and thankful for the privilege to be able to begin another week. And in the midst of this week, we understand that there are some ferocious storms that are supposed to come. Notice I said supposed to come because they said the same thing about yesterday, but some of them went north and some of them went south. So we are grateful that it missed us, but the day does come. And so we need to make sure that we are prepared for the unexpected. It's starting to cloud over a little bit, but it's okay because we need the rain. We are still in a drought situation right now. So welcome, you one and all. We are thankful to God for you, Carolyn, Tamika, Linda. Thank y'all so much for being here with us. Christine, bless the Lord for you being with us on this midday moment. And we are, again, thank you. Sheila, I see you. Nancy, thank you for being here with us on today. Great day. Not too hot, not too cold. Great day. Great day. Great day. Great day. Carolyn, I got your message 5 p.m. on Thursday. And we'll go from there and see what the Lord does. See how the Lord do what he do, how he do the way he know how to do. And for that we are thankful. We are thankful. We are grateful. And so with that, got 20 drops of yeah, but it's supposed to. I saw yesterday where there were some tornadoes that touched down in Indiana, and then there were some severe thunderstorm warnings out for like the Toledo area. Supposedly that was headed this way, but it didn't happen, and so we're grateful. Sabrina, Catherine, Cora, bless you. Good midday to you, and again, thankful to God. Kathy, Lavonda, thank you. Please share, please share so we can get this moment out to as many people as we possibly can. And kind of go from there and see what happens. It's a little windy outside, but it's all good. All good in the neighborhood. Jaleesa, good midday to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this time of sharing. So, and we will go from there. Thankful to God. Thankful to God. Debbie, good midday to you. Thank you so much. Please share. Please share. Please share. It would be so nice if you were to share. Thank you, Cora, Rhonda. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, so much. That'll help us out. Vernice, praying that all is well with you. Okay. Good to have you here. Won't be long. You'll be back. Barbara, bless the Lord for you being here. Okay. Thank you for sharing. I see those of you who are sharing. Thank you. Erica, good midday to you. So grateful to God that you are here with us on today. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. You need to be glad you in the day. Need to be glad you saw another day. And for that, we bless his holy and righteous name. Katrina, good midday to you. Okay. So, with that being said, we are grateful and thankful to God for those of you who are coming on board and go from there. Who are you addressing that to, Katrina? I see you said, "Can you call me when you get a chance at the church?" I don't know who that was for. Doris, thank you for being here with us. I appreciate that so much. Okay, gotcha. And so we are thankful to God for you, one and all. And it's a great day. A great day. A great day. Well, let me go ahead and get started. And I wanted to do this. And we talk about. Okay, James, thank you so much for letting us know that our sound and picture is up to par. And we are grateful to God for those on the media ministry who make sure that our presentation is up to par, up to snuff, running the way it should. Oh, I want to let you know the website is back up and running again. We had some issues with it. We're updating it so it's not complete, but it works. And so we're grateful to God for that. Timothy, Minister Sarah, bless you for being here. We talked about ministry. We talked about the call to be a part of what God, about the fact that you've been called, and get away from the preacher thing. The thing is, everybody has a call on their life because everybody has a gift. Ethel, bless you. Good midday to you, dear. And so in the midst of that, everyone looks at these mega people, these Trina, bless you for being here. These profoundly noted, recognized people. Denise, thank you for being here. And in the midst of that, do we really have the patience, the skill sets, the endurance, the determination to do the work? And I need us to get this, because this is so important, because many times we become envious of people who seem to be on the stage, on the platform, all of those things. Legend, you'll see legend tomorrow. And in the Misotella, little guy, legend will be on tomorrow. Not today, because we ain't trying to watch him every day. Okay. Gladys, Mary, you holding it down in the natty. Thank you so much for being here. And what we fail to understand, and what we fail to recognize, and what we fail to see is that there are certain qualities that those persons who are at the forefront of ministry, that are at the front lines of ministry, that are dealing with a lot of things, have to have. The first, and it's one among many, and I think we need to look at this because many of us don't do this well. We don't really handle rejection well. Hey, Tom, and the reason we don't handle rejection well is because, good midday, Chaplain Hearns, is because we are not comfortable, confident in the skin we're in, because it's the skin he put us in. I want us to think about this. What causes triggers to happen and different things to go, and you lose your mind and you become vindictively tenacious in just it's because we really don't know who we are. We really don't know whose we are. And we really haven't paid attention to the instruction. There was a thing that I posted on Facebook, and I can't remember exactly how it goes. It talks about all of these people who want titles, and they got titles, but they've had no training. Everybody wants to be a bishop. Everybody wants to be an apostle. Everybody. And the problem is they've had no training. And because they've had no training, they are not prepared for what comes down the road. Elder James, bless you for being here. I want you to think about this. And hey, Ayana, did you get my message when I called you out on Sunday? Carletta, good midday. And And it's an amazing thing because in the Bishop Moore, my friend, my brother, bless you for being here, man. Appreciate you. Okay. And Cora, you're correct. No one really wants to be a servant. They want to be served. And out of all of these titles that folk are clamoring for and wanting, and I know Bishop, you can testify to this, and you know, there's no applicable training that will enable them to understand the weight of the position, the power of the position, and how to handle when that position is rejected. Okay. And so in the midst of this, many people like have meltdowns and go crazy and change into different kind of folk because they don't know how to handle rejection. And the thing that must be understood, if you are one of those people, it did not start with a position. It started with you just coming into existence. And you have to remember that Satan is notorious at bringing things into your life at the most vulnerable stages of your life so that you will carry that weight and that issue and that problem with you through life. And you will also impede the work that God would have you to do in life because you've allowed these other things to take place. See, Bishop, they don't even have trees and yet still want to have that title. And so the one thing, and I was talking to a young man today, not going to mention who it was, who found himself in a position whereby it really caused him to appreciate the position of a pastor, because until you have walked in the moment, until you have lived in the moment, until you have operated in the moment, dealing with fickle and funny and flaky acting people who, for the most part, don't have a clue if God is speaking or not, because their flesh is usually inflamed to a point that they can't hear nobody but themselves. And so in the midst of this, how do you handle rejection? Mark chapter 6, in case you're wondering where I'm at, Mark chapter 6, because you really need to know how to navigate this and how not to be so quick to want to fight and be so quick to want to be nasty and be so quick to want to be mean and be so quick to want to be vindictive and be, all up in your feelings, yada, 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 and more yada, yada, yada. We just implode. And then in the midst of imploding, we blow up everything else around us because we don't have a clue who we are or to handle the assignment. So in Mark chapter 6, verse 7, Jesus sends the 12 out. And when he sends the 12 out, he sends them out 2 by 2, and he gave them power over unclean spirits. Now, y'all got to look at who the giver is, because that's one of the things that's missing in the life of many of these people. Good midday, Lady Bowling, is they want the power, but they forget the provider. No, I wish I had 5 people. That's all I need. I need 5 people that could recognize, because what can happen is you can become so prominent that you think the power is yours. But if you look at the text, it says, and he sent them out 2 by 2 and gave them power over unclean spirits. Wait a minute. It's not their power. It's his. And so he says, certain things you don't need to take with you because I'm going to supernaturally provide for you. And that's something that many of us can't really wrap our minds around, because you have to go back into Middle Eastern life to understand that in that particular period of time, you needed several cloaks and different things. And the reason that you needed that, hey, Pat, is because you were in an arid environment where there was tons of dust and dirt. And so everywhere you went, you either rode a donkey or you walked, which created dust and everything else. So when you went from point A to point B, you're probably covered in filthy. But Jesus says, don't take nothing extra. Don't take no bag. Don't take no bread. Don't take no money in your belts. Don't even take a couple of pairs of sandals. Don't even take 2 tunics. Don't take anything that will cause you to think you're in control. And what I'm going to do for you in the commission is the same thing I did for Israel when they came out of Egypt. If you read the Egyptian situation that took place, the Bible says that God supernaturally provided for them to the point that their sandals didn't wear out, their clothes didn't get dirty. I'm trying to tell you, is there anybody out there that knows that God will provide? And I'm not talking about paying a $15 bill. I'm not talking about a delinquent gas bill or electric bill, or is there anybody here that knows that God will provide? I tell the story all the time. I'll never forget. Lady Harris and I first started tithing. We were broke, but we decided that we were going to trust God. We were going to trust God, and in the midst of trusting God, God did a lot of supernatural things in our lives because His word validates that He will. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. And so I never shall forget. I had tithed unto the Lord. I had given what belonged to Him. I had maybe $20 left until the next pay period. I had so much gas in my car, which I did not have enough gas to take me to the next pay period. But supernaturally, the gauge never moved. Y'all not ready for this. And it's not that, Gail, that the gauge was broke. It was the fact that because I was faithful to God, God was faithful to me. And God supernaturally kept the same amount of gas in the tank until my next check came. Oh, see, y'all. Gail, I'm trying to get people to understand that God does more than pay utilities. But He rescues children. He rescues us. He provides for us. And He does it in the most powerful, supernatural ways. Even, and I've told y'all everybody has something in their body that can kill them, and yet still God sustains us. And so in the midst of this, you gotta know who you are. You gotta really know. You gotta wrap your mind around the fact that, first of all, you didn't ask to be called, you were called. If you go back, I believe in chapter 3, you will see what Jesus calls them. And because of the call on their life, there is a provision because of the call. It's a good midday to you. And so He commissions them. I don't empower you so you can say you're powerful. I empower you so that you can impart to those who have no power. I don't empower you so that you can look and say, look how great I am. I don't empower you for that. I empower you because other people are powerless. And so they plug into you because you have now become an extension of me. Okay, I'm trying my best, Bishop, to stay under control. Because what we fail to understand, number one, He called us. Number two, He empowers us. Because He empowers us, we are able to provide for those who are powerless. And so here's what He says. Whatever place you go and they receive you, you make a deposit in that place because of your presence. Okay, not a problem, Ayana. Listen to what I just said. We talk about everywhere my feet trod, I'm blessed. But wait a minute. What about every place your feet trod, you deposit a blessing instead of thinking about being blessed? Yeah, y'all. I don't think y'all ready for what I'm trying to teach you. If we weren't so busy trying to get, maybe we would learn how to give. If we knew who we were, we would quit begging for what's already ours and begin to impart into other people, okay, what they need, because now you are connected to the vine. And because you're connected to the vine, the branch provides. Elder James, Minister Rhonda, are y'all, Erica, are y'all catching what I'm saying? And the reason that people are suffering and dying is because the branches are not providing what the vine has connected itself to you to do. And so what we're doing is we are having a great time among ourselves. We are shouting among ourselves. We are glorifying God among ourselves, but never take the glory with us, because you've got to have something in order for you to make a deposit. When I go to the bank and I make a deposit, I can make the deposit because I know that the check is good. If I know that the check is good, that gives me the ability to do withdrawing. I cannot withdraw if I don't put something in. What you've got to see and what you've got to understand is that God has blessed you by connecting you to the vine so that you can provide for those who are not connected at all, so that some way, somehow, hey, Joe, they become connected themselves. And that's the one thing that's missing from the body of Christ, is it ain't helping nobody do nothing. I got to stop there. That's as far as I'm going. I don't want to take up it. I'm going to come back to this because Jesus is going to deal with two types of deposit. The first one I touched on just a little bit, because if that house receives you and what you have to say and what you have to do, then you leave a deposit. But then on tomorrow, I'm going to talk about how do you deal with those that reject it. Listen, y'all have a blessed day in the Lord. Y'all stay safe. Love you with the love of Jesus Christ. I bless the Lord for each and every one of you that are watching live, that are watching later. I pray. And every now and then, just kind of let me know that the snapshots are a blessing, whether it's now or even for the people who will be watching later. Just kind of let me know. And it's not that I need to be patted on the back, but sometimes I need to understand that I am being effective in what the Lord has called me to do. So y'all stay safe. Be careful with these thunderstorms that are supposed to come. Please look out for one another. Take care of one another. I love you with the love of Jesus Christ. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.